Stroud. Fires middle of the field, wide open. That's Nico Collins. Ball fumble. The ball came out and the Jags have it. The ball came out and Devin Lloyd has it. It was a fumble and then right to Devin Lloyd. And the Jags take over. What a gigantic play by the Jaguars defense. They give it to Travis Etienne. Picks his way to the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone. He walked into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the lead with 1:48 to play in the game. He gets hit as he let it go. The ball's floating up there. The ball is picked off. The Jags, I believe it, picked it off. The Jags have picked it off. The Jags have picked it off. They take over at their own 4-yard line. What a play. They hit him as he let it go. It was picked off. Antonio Johnson has the pick.
Defense kept us in it, and they played their tails off offensively, found a way to have 75 yards rushing in the second half, which obviously we didn't have much in the first. Etienne played his tail off, and then those guys make a play at the end of the game versus zero blitz, and it got it, in a huge moment. So very proud of this group. They played their tails off and kept competing.
10XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark.
Oh, sweet victory Monday, baby. Let's go. No tails left for the Jags. They played them off yesterday, apparently, according to Liam Cohen. Welcome in. Jags are 2-1, undefeated at home, and they defeated the Houston Texans in Duval for the first time since 2017. 2017 is a pretty good year for the Jags, Tony Smith. So let's hope we end up making a deep playoff run like that squad did.
Well, it kind of feels similar in a lot of ways, right? They started that season in 17 as well with win, loss, win, loss. Like, it wasn't until that road trip to Pittsburgh there, about a third of the way through the season where it was like, okay, there were a lot of people, including me, that were standing on after they won that game. This is a playoff team, right? Like it felt like there was a feeling that changed in the fan base after they had found that kind of win. I don't know if San Francisco this week is that kind of thing, but I think you watch this team, Dave, through 3 weeks. It's different. It's certainly a different football team than we've seen the last year and a half in Jacksonville. Exactly what dividends that's going to pay, we got time to tell on that one, but man, are they more fun to watch than they have been since whatever happened that back half of 23.
Absolutely. I mean, it is different. And the reason why it's different is because our D-line is the brightest spot on this whole
Those
team.
Those two guys are stars,
I mean,
man.
You guys, they were getting after it. I watched them on every play just to see who was going to be next up on getting pressure, maybe getting a sack, knocking the ball out of Stroud's hands. I mean, they did everything you wanted them to do. They shut down the run for the most part. They did, I'm so excited that our D-line gets to lead off the show with how they're playing. So that's different. We got to fix some things, of course. We always look back at the wins and say there's definitely some things we can fix. Those guys need to get on the jugs machine. I mean, they should have rode home with the jugs machine. Man. They should have stopped at Hardee's or somewhere and just got some jugs work in before they got the burger to go home. And then when they got home and finished their burger, they should have had the jugs machine right there under the TV so they could catch and watch whatever game they wanted to that night. Like, they've got to catch the ball. And these aren't hard passes. These are super easy catchable balls. And for whatever reason, week to week, we continue to see, honestly, the same guys dropping the ball. But now Parker Washington has joined the crowd. So they got to do something to figure that out because that's killing us.
Right. It could have killed us yesterday. Yeah. They overcame it. They won the game. But you're right. This is something that if you keep showing up and doing this, you're not going to be able to pull out as many games as you like. Not only the 6 drops, the 9 penalties yesterday.
Oh, my God.
That's 15 negative plays that, for the most part, you're in control of what's happening. There, occasionally, some of those defensive holdings, like you grab a guy because you're going to give up a bigger play. There's a trade-off at times. So I'm not saying every penalty is the most tragic of all time. What's tragic is your wardrobe today. And
it's not tragic. It actually looks really good.
It actually does look good, but it's just not a Victory Monday shirt.
Not.
So
let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. I'm pretty sure that you did receive a Victory Monday shirt.
I
last
did,
year.
and I had one opportunity to wear it, and I wore it.
Yeah.
And then for 365 days, I didn't have another opportunity, and it was taking up space in my closet. So
Taking up space in your closet.
And plus, I figure with the kind of budget you guys have here, we'd have new Victory Monday shirts for the 2025 season.
We do spend a lot of money at 1010XL. I will say that, Tony.
So you wanted us
the
to
overhead
treat
is high.
all those shirts like you did your one
They're
shirt?
one-offs. We thought they were one-offs. So Dave's like, yeah,
There's
I tossed
no
that.
year
I
on it,
tossed that
Dave.
shirt. I tossed it. All right. So, Dylan, do we have the key to the room that has a box full of shirts this morning? What's going on over there? Huh?
I'm so Taylor's office is open and I don't see shirts. So I gotta do some investigating because those shirts were in there 2 weeks ago. Now they're not in there right now. So I'll get back to you in a couple minutes.
They might have been moved.
They might have moved to the new studio.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
my same
I
reason
don't like to be
for not
finding
having
out
mine.
about this
No.
7 minutes into Victory Monday.
No.
You know, lack of discipline going on like I saw with the Baldwin Indians on Friday night. Like, what in the world? I mean, come on. This is a bad start to the week on Victory Monday. So
We're dropping the ball here in the studio.
Hey, I
am.
You know, just saying.
But I'm gonna make it up by scoring a touchdown by the end of this show.
All right, you're gonna
with
overcome.
This beautiful shirt. That
Did
I have
Bulls
on.
win this week, Tony?
They did, yes.
All right. Baldwin had a thriller with
Fletcher
Baker
won.
County. Fletcher won?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What is their record now?
They are 4-1.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
lost in
Yeah,
the
we played 2 games Friday. We played one before the lightning delay and after the lightning delay. We were down 41-14 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yes.
And then we came back.
And
we had a chance to tie the first play in
and
the
I guess
fourth
still lost.
quarter. And we fumbled. And that hurt.
all right. Well,
So
it
that was that.
It was a thriller on the scoreboard, at least. What was it, 51-48?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I keep up with high school football very closely. All right. We may or may not. I don't look. Dylan's in charge of Victory Monday shirts today, so I got nothing to say about it.
They may not be available for 3 weeks. We have no
I
idea.
don't know. I don't know. Are we going to be in the new studio next week?
No.
We're not?
It got pushed back a week.
When did this happen?
And an email on Friday.
Yeah, I saw an email going into the weekend.
You were keeping up with the high school sports. That's why.
Must have been on the high school beat. That's what it was, you know. All right, so another week in the catacombs.
We're supposed to be over there now the first week in October.
First week in October
Yeah.
of 2025.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to check,
the
see
plan.
what the time frame was. All right, today is a Reaction Monday, so we would love to field some of your phone calls today and let us know how you feel, the good and the bad of the Jags, how good it felt to be in that stadium if you were when the Jags took down Houston and send those little Texan fans going home. What I cannot understand, I'm telling you, man, I look over, Tony, it's 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and there's all these people coming down the ramp. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't get it. Like, I'm not saying you have to go to the game, don't have to go to the game. You do whatever you want, but you've gone to the game. You're there now. You know, it's
And
a one-score game
Yeah.
against your division rival in the fourth quarter, and you want to beat the traffic? It's okay. I don't get that.
Yeah.
That's me. All right, if you want to get in today, Checkmate Coatings phone lines are open to you at 641-1010. Same number for the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Hit us up in the YouTube virtual chat. We're streaming on Twitter, on Facebook, and you can find us on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at David Garrard _9.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, look
Just
at you.
Pulled that one right out of left field. And at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
All right, the laws have been repealed. The Jags are 2-1, and we're all drinking claws around these parts this morning. So give us your reaction to the Jags winning ugly, but ain't it beautiful when you get that dub over the Houston Texans? You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
It's D-Rock's Deep Dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure? Mike DeRocco with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony every Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dream Finders Homes.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
When you want a fresh perspective, pull into Lauren's Lane. I'm Lauren Brooks, and I fuel up with the day's top sports takes. Powered by Mazda at the Avenues. Afternoons on Helmets and Heels, 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Get ready. Monday Night Football is coming to Everbank Stadium October 6th. And this is a matchup you won't want to miss. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are throwing it back in their Prowler jersey as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs under the primetime lights. Don't wait. Be a part of the action. Get your tickets now by visiting us online at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank for primetime football.
Swing for the future of veterans and military spouses at Operation New Uniform's second annual Patriot Games Golf Tournament. I'm Michelle McManaman.
And I'm Pete Langlois. Join us Monday, October 6th. Register today at onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
Maxed out on credit card, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 five-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money,
David Garrard Monday is restored by
Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
And they stay there.
Jags 2-1, should be 3-0. But nothing they can do about that now. Just go on and improve to 3-1 versus the San Francisco 49ers. We'll worry about them as the week goes on. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just going to tell, if you're calling up today to say we should be trading for some other team's quarterback or just understand, because I heard that on the fifth quarter last night about we need to go trade for Jameis Winston to push.
Oh my gosh,
to push Trevor Lawrence. So, that's not going to be met. Like,
isn't he up there with Russell Wilson? And
he's third
Jackson
string
Dart?
between Russell behind those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
currently?
Jackson Dart's the other guy you can think of.
No, I knew who he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
But he's not. Is he pushing them?
Yeah, he's pushing.
Okay.
Russ is going to push himself to the bench.
He is. He should have been. I was like, when are they putting Dart in? This is the perfect time.
It's coming for them. But that's their problem, not our issue. Generally, you're not going to bring the backup in week in week 4 to push your starter. Like, I get it. Trevor Lawrence can be better.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of things could have been better yesterday.
Absolutely.
But they won. So,
and I think to be fair to Trevor, right, and in this conversation, it is a new offense, right? Like, it is new, and a lot of guys, it's new. And I don't know how much of that is even having an impact on the drops. Can't speak to that. Don't even know what that would be, right? But I did see at the end of the game yesterday, Trevor got them into the Brian Thomas Jr. play.
Mm-hmm.
He had a play. He killed it.
He
said,
moved everybody around.
Because he understood the offense well enough in that moment to say, this is what the play that will work in the moment. It's still growing for Trevor Lawrence. I don't even think we know how good or bad Trevor Lawrence has been this year because of the drops. Yeah. We don't know what his numbers actually should be this season because he's not getting a whole lot of help from the guys on that side of the ball right now, and it's been very inconsistent around him. He's 3 weeks into a new offense. I see growth from him in the offense, and I think he's a talented enough player that it's all still in front of him. Thank goodness the defense is playing at the level they're playing at right now. I mean, they're playing so well on that side of the football, so it's hiding a lot of the issues they have with some of this stuff growing into the offense. But I do see promise from Trevor Lawrence, even in a game like yesterday.
And for anybody to think that it's Trevor Lawrence's fault or he's the one holding anybody back, I want you to go have 5 or 6 passes that are put right on the money, and guys just drop them and see how you respond from that, because it is tough. It is tough just to get the ball out of your hands to the right spot on time and see it on the ground when a defender didn't come in and knock it away or anything like that. Yes, you're always going to have those other plays where you might have an interception for the game. Look around the league. Every quarterback is going to have an interception for the game or a pass breakup or almost intercepted. What do you do after those? Are you continuing to fight? Are you continuing to put the ball on the money? And he was, even when he did have his moments of not, being the best at that time, still, it's not something where your quarterback needs to be pulled from the game. When you saw, if you watched the game last night with the Giants, Russell Wilson, he should have been pulled at some point. That's not the way your quarterback is playing. He has to be helped out by his receivers. Get the ball in your hands. Go make some plays with it, and not your quarterback has to put it perfectly and also catch it for you at the same time. That is going to frustrate everybody, especially your quarterback.
All right, let's get a few calls in since it is a Reaction Monday. You can weigh in with basically anything you like having to do with Jaguar football. Let's start with Tyrone on the north side. Good morning, Tyrone. Happy Victory Monday to you.
Good morning, Duval.
What's up, Tyrone?
Yes. Proud of our team. Proud of our team as I get ready to wear my new Victory Monday shirt.
There it is. Good man.
But, yes, I love our team, and my analogy is that once they, like in basketball, once they see the basketball go through the basket, everything is all right. Now, once they make that catch, everything going to fall in place now.
I hope you're right.
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
I am right.
It was. I hope so. Brian Thomas caught one early in the game, and
you were hoping that was the start of it.
Right, exactly.
But I am glad that he was able to finish the game with a big catch, big run. I wish he could have gotten to the end zone. That would have been really sweet. But you got to start somewhere, and hopefully that was the play to kind of get him going. We don't know because he didn't get another pass thrown to him after.
Well, it was great. It would have been nice if he could have scored the touchdown. He was thinking one thing: there's no one getting this ball from me. He switched that thing to the left. Then he brought the other arm up like Tiki Barber, and he was cradling
I ain't about
that
to lose this thing.
He was like when Antonio Johnson got the pick. Secure the pick. Now I'm just going to lay
here. He just laid there. I'm like, don't go anywhere, brother.
And
we don't need you to.
Mind me. All right. And we did not. All right.
Awesome.
Tyrone, thank you for getting us started. Let's go out to David in Green Cove. David, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Fantastic game. I'm not going to talk about the obvious, but, I love what I'm seeing out of this coaching staff, but it's time we take this team to the next level. And what I mean by that is, if we want to be great, like, the Kansas Cities of the world, we got to do the little nuances in the coaching. And, we've all heard about the 2-minute drill, but I think we need to be coaching a 5-minute drill. We've had 2 games in 2 weeks where the clock management has come into play. So BTJ, he should have been coached to stay in bounds at that point in the game. And ETN also should have been coached to fall on the 1 at that time in the game. That little bit of time that they left on the clock came back and bit us in Cincinnati, and almost came back to bite us yesterday also without great defensive play. So I just think there needs to be, and also Trevor, he's got to learn to let the play clock go down to the 3-second, 5-second mark, kind of like, the Aaron Rodgers of the world do. And that's what's going to put us to the next level, guys. And I appreciate it. And the reporters need to be asking these types of questions instead of the mundane same questions they always ask. And I appreciate it, guys. I'll take it off.
Thank you very much, David. Look, a couple.
He was asked about that in the game situation. Liam Cohen was.
Yeah,
Right. Like they're in a situation where it's 1st and goal at the 10.
Yeah.
Brian had gone out of bounds, so the clock stops on that. Houston has 2 timeouts.
He went through the whole thing.
Right. So if you do go down at the 1-yard line, okay, so now maybe you're risking only having a field goal lead and giving the ball back to Houston with a minute.
Right. I mean, if you did the math on that, the right thing to do was score.
Yeah.
It was on that.
That was the only part that I thought, okay, he could have went down at the 1 right there just to kind of bleed some more time. But you also want to get the points. And BTJ wasn't in the mindset of, this is a 4-minute drill we're doing here.
It's a tie game.
We got to go freaking score.
Right.
So I'm not thinking to get down like we're trying to run the clock out.
That's trying to get as far down the field as he possibly can.
Absolutely. And then he doesn't want to stay in bounds and let that. You saw how he was protecting the ball.
He was protecting the ball. Last thing he wants to do is give it away. Like that one. Like I get that one. If you had the presence of mind to go down, clock's going to run, and you're going to be able to run some more time. But it's the one, the ETN one. And you're right, Tony. Liam Cohen was asked about it and did go through the whole thing. All right, so we go down at the 1. Then what are we going to do on 2nd down? We're going to run it right in, or are we going to go down? We're going to take a knee, or what? All right, so they call their last timeout because they had 2. Yeah. Right, so they call the 1 after the first one. He goes down at the 1. Then you purposely are not scoring again to make them burn their other timeout. So now it's 3rd and 1 or 2. What if you can't get in on that play? What if they just stop you? Okay, clock's going to run, but now you got to kick the field goal. You go up by 3, and at worst for Houston, I think they would have had about 50 seconds, 50 seconds. And all they need is a field goal to tie it at that point in time. So, their feeling was, in a tie game, get the touchdown.
Well, and also the way the game was going, I never felt like Houston could just drive the whole field and score on us if we didn't give them a wide open guy to throw the ball to. So I felt like, let's get our D-line back out there and let them go harass Stroud some more. Those are the opportunities that the Kansas Cities of the world, that's what they do. They go score, put the points on the board, and then they let their defense go out there and just tee off on whoever's trying to go score the touchdown on them.
Now, for the rest of it, it's one thing if you're in the lead with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
The Jags were in a tie game.
Yeah.
Right? So
we're playing ball.
You sit there and you think, well, let's work it down to nothing on the clock. Well, what if you need that time in the end? And what if you don't come up with that interception, and you just don't know how it's going to play out? I would agree. Plenty of teams, when they're up 7, up 3, whatever, and it's been a low-scoring game, need to work that clock at every opportunity they can, and teams don't do that enough.
Yeah, and it's called a 4-minute drill, and you do it once the coach says, hey, we're into our 4-minute drill here. Now everybody's mindset changes. Now you're staying in bounds. Now you're covering the ball with 2 hands. You're doing everything to keep that clock going. So if BTJ, nobody ever said, hey, we're in a 4-minute drill here. We're in a situation where we're trying to, bleed the clock. He's not thinking that.
Why are they bleeding? They're tied.
That's what I'm saying.
They have to score.
He's not thinking I should stay in bounds here. He's just thinking get as many yards as I can, protect this ball, make sure we get to come back out here on first down and go score.
I got to look on that.
And by the way,
one.
I don't think Houston was wrong to let him score.
No,
right?
That's their only thing.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
And from Jacksonville's side, I think they were right to score.
I think
especially
you can
with the way
let
the
them
defense
score there,
was playing.
or you can try and stop them. The problem, if you try and stop them, if you hold them to a field goal, then that's good too. But you might try and stop them and still surrender the touchdown, and now have no timeouts.
Time, yep.
And that, so it's a difficult position to be in. By the way, that was inside the 2-minute warning. So that was the play coming out of the 2-minute warning. The pass to Brian Thomas that went for 46 yards down the field. Like, I get it. Could it have been perfect? And there are some areas like that need to be cleaned up. You know, and I see that from quarterbacks all the time. Like, why do you snap it with 11 seconds left on the play clock? I think some of it, Dave, you could probably speak to it better than us, certainly, is sometimes there's a rhythm to when the call comes in. You get up there, and you got a team that's got a bunch of pre-snap penalties in the last couple of weeks. Do you want them standing at the line of scrimmage in their set for 15 seconds? You know, now you can say, hey, don't bring them up to the line of scrimmage.
Stay in the huddle in that situation.
Okay.
That's why I just don't think they were in the scenario of let's bleed the time. They were trying to score. They've had their own issues getting into the red zone and not scoring. So they're like, hey, guys, we got to get some points here, and we'll let our defense come out and get the stop. They didn't get the stop last week, but you can't play football like that. You've got to give your defense a chance to come out here and get that stop, and they did.
All right, let's get Patrick on the west side. Appreciate the call and good points made. You know, we're not going to always agree with everyone. Patrick, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yep, love the win. Hey, I believe in Trevor, and I think I see him locking on to his receivers, his number one receiver, and it kind of scares me because I've never seen him do that before. He was really becoming, a field general as he progresses. But this year, it's like he's waiting for his receivers to get open, and it's like he's indecisive. What do you think about that, Dave?
I did not see, and I haven't seen this year. I felt like he is getting the ball out of his hands. There might be a few opportunities where, hey, I want to get this ball to Travis Hunter going down the field, and I want to hit him deep on it.
He stared down Parker on the interception.
That's what I'm saying. There's some opportunities where he does, but he started off the season where he was just getting the ball out, getting the ball to the right people, and those kind of things. And his anticipation, I felt like, had been good. But like you said, the one to Parker Washington. So every quarterback has those moments. We just got to get Trevor to have fewer and fewer of those moments. But I don't think he's staring down number one the entire time or anything like that. I haven't noticed that.
Okay, fair enough. Patrick, appreciate the call, and thanks for the observation. 641-1010 if you want to get in on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. Quick break, back with more of your calls on a Reaction Monday. Jags improved to 2-1 with a 17-10 win over the Houston Texans. This is 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenue. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
Dreamfinders Homes Monday on Jaguars Today.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, so here's a reminder to get screened. Ackerman Urology has 4 convenient locations to help you put your prostate health first. Guys, don't put this one off. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Frank Frangie here, telling you about my daughter Amber's journey with Awaken 180. She's lost 60 pounds. Can you believe that? And she just took a road trip. The reason is it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding, so easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
David Garrard Monday is restored by
Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
All right, I don't want to get too hooked on this ETN touchdown, but here's one on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Houston did not let us score. We put them in a position to let us score. We made that happen. Yes.
And
the Jags put themselves up to that point. They drove down the field. And on that play, they decided we're not going to tackle Travis
because we want all the time on the clock.
Right. And somebody else said, hey, look, two things both can't be true. If it was, let's see, both things cannot be true. If it was in Houston's best interest to let us score, it would not be in our best interest to score then, right? Well, you can't know what's going to happen next, right? It's in the Jags' best interest to not score there and make them burn their timeouts if they know that they're going to score a touchdown eventually. You can't know that.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe you feel that would have been the case, but you can't know that. So you take the uncertainty out of the equation. You put the 7 on the board. For Houston, they might have been better off just to tighten up, try to tackle them, call the timeout, hold them to 3. The Jags hadn't been punching it in all day.
Yeah.
And so maybe Houston miscalculated, and they should have tried to play – and because they had the timeouts to get the ball back with about 50 seconds left, potentially only trailing by 3. But then they're thinking, what if then on third down we do give up the touchdown? You can't know what each next play's outcome is going to be.
Well, and those moments are when you take the win probability into account. Houston is in a position when Jacksonville gets to that 1st and goal, Jacksonville's probably going to win the game. They're a heavy favorite to win the game from the moment they get themselves in that kind of position. Houston may be doing what they can to try to improve their odds of having a chance to win the game. And I still think their best opportunity to win the game was doing what they did. It doesn't mean they were ever a favorite to win the game. From the moment Jacksonville got that 1st and goal, they were the heavy favorite to win the game. They won the game.
Yeah.
Look, do you guys remember the scenario with MJD?
Of course.
Okay.
We're down at the 1.
Were we up at that time?
No, but it was chip shot field goal range to win it.
Yes.
Right? With no time, you can work the clock down.
Work the clock down, yes.
You couldn't do that yesterday.
Exactly. And in that situation, the coaches reminded us, hey, if you break one here, get down so we can burn some time off the clock. So if these things aren't being said to these guys, they don't know to just get down. They're thinking, I've got to go score for my team. So unless the coaches are talking to them, unless they just have their own cojones to say, we're going to get down here and run clock off, they don't know that. They're just playing ball. And that's the situation they're in.
Enough of that one for now, unless you want to bring it up. Next caller on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Sean in Palm Coast is next. Hello, Sean.
Good morning, guys. Duval. Hey, just a huge win yesterday. Cannot overstate that enough. It was ugly, but it was a win nonetheless. Huge shout out to the defense. They played incredible. I mean, Houston might have looked a little ugly, but without those turnovers and key moments, we would not have been set up to win the game. And huge shout out to Trevor, man. I know he didn't play a great game, but really the audible in the end there to go into that play to throw to BTJ was huge. Huge win. Super excited. Looking forward to going to the West Coast next week to kick some Mac Jones' butt, hopefully.
I don't think we're going to see Mac Jones. I appreciate it, man. He got hurt yesterday.
He had a knee or something, right?
Purdy is close to coming back anyway. I would fully expect Brock Purdy to be starting next week. But thank you, Sean. Glad you're excited.
And I will say,
Bosa, but probably not Purdy.
Yeah.
I will say the play that Trevor got the guys into and to make that throw after the day that was happening with his receivers, like, it takes a lot to do that, and takes a lot to trust that BTJ is going to make that catch, and he did. So, kudos to them for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sean. As we move along to Robert in Fleming Island. Robert, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Hey, that was just a great win for Jacksonville. But my question, I thought actually Trevor played pretty well, had a few misfires. But the question is to David, with the 2 drop passes, do you think Trevor overthought that one where he threw the interception? I take the call off the air.
Yeah, I don't know if he overthought about it or whatever, but sometimes it's in your head too. Man, my guys are not catching. I got to throw it better for them. I got to put it in a spot where they can't drop it. And sometimes that makes you not really gun shy, but it makes you're trying to be too perfect with the ball because they're not coming up with your catches. So I don't think that was it. I think it was just a bad throw. I think, that's all I think that was.
Checked it down to Strange. Yeah. Whatever happens. Probably not going to get the first down, but that's okay.
And that's another thing, too. When you do realize your receivers everybody is struggling catching the ball, the one person that's not struggling is Brendan Strange. Let's get him the ball more because this dude, y'all, he is a monster when he has that ball in his hands. He doesn't care who is coming up to make the biggest stick on him. He is absorbing it. He is delivering it, and he is staying on his feet, continuing to get more yards after the catch. We got to find him more often.
Think about this team compared to last year, okay? In the opener last year, Travis Etienne fumbles. What happens on the next play? Tyreek Hill goes 80.
Same thing.
Yesterday, Trevor throws pick. Next play, Nico Collins goes 50 for a touchdown. Last year's team, what happened? I mean,
they would have not done what they did afterwards.
Would they have mentally overcome that? I don't know if they would have. You know, and was it pretty? They put themselves in bad positions. I get it, but they did dig themselves out and they won.
And we've put ourselves in bad positions throughout the season so far, and we're right there every time. Where before we start putting ourselves in bad positions, the score start getting away from us, those kind of things, or we find another way to even lose the game after we've done something to be productive there at the end. So I think the way that these guys are still fighting, still finding ways to get those points on the board, to get a win, I think those are big building things for this team.
All right, let's get one more before the next break, and that'll be David in New Jersey. David, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Good morning. Love the show. I want to highlight the fact that our Josh Allen and Trayvon's been borderline dominant for 3 games, and I also like the fact that we've won 2 out of our 3 games, and it's been 3 different types of games. Like, we had one game where we kind of dominated Carolina for the most part. We had not necessarily a shootout, but a more of a high-scoring game that even though we lost, we were super competitive in. And then we had a low-scoring game that we were able to pull it out. It kind of shows us, at least to me, that we got a team that maybe to win all types of games, and I think that's going to really do well for us going forward. And I do want to highlight Devin Lloyd too. I feel like he's playing out of his mind right now. Thank you.
Had a great game yesterday, for sure. At least he flashed all over the place. I'm not grading him snapping.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing when he wasn't flashing,
right? But
when
he flashed a lot.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Yes.
He really did.
Yep.
And man,
good for him.
Talking about getting rocked, man. When he recovered that fumble, my man got pinballed a couple of times.
But I was just like, hold on to the ball, man. Hold on to the ball, please.
Go down.
Because he was pinballing all over the place.
All right. Appreciate the call, David. Thank you. We'll take a quick time out. More of your reactions to the Jags improving to 2-1 with a 17-10 win over the Texans yesterday. Straight ahead. This is Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. There's a reason why people love to listen to play-by-play on the radio.
This is unbelievable what we're witnessing. I'm serious.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Southside Kia is now Kia on Atlantic. New name, new location, same great deals. And we're ready for you. We're going all out with end of summer savings. Like new Kia starting at $20K. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. Or you can even hit the road with financing rates as low as 0. It's not too late. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Jaguars Today.
You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Balancing books and the grind of daily practice is what it takes to be a scholar athlete. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show, kept healthy by
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234.
On 1010XL.
Nothing like a hot shower. Wait, why is the water up to my ankles?
It's the dreaded clogged shower drain. Hair, soap scum, and last week's mystery goo.
It's touching my toes!
Don't panic. Call the pros at Duck Duck Rooter. We'll tackle plumbing, septic, and even the nastiest shower clogs. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Celebrating 30 years in Jax Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Britton Strange made the most of his opportunities on Sunday. The teal and black tight end recorded 61 yards on 6 receptions, averaging 10 yards per catch. Strange pulled the strings to lead Jacksonville to a much-needed victory and is your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through September 30th. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, Duval Doom threw a whole bunch of stuff at me. I said, put it in the form of a question. So he did. All right, so I will ask you the question. I feel like you've covered it, but I will ask it anyway. How often do you feel ball placement was the issue on the drops the receivers had yesterday? The 6 drops yesterday specifically.
I never thought one time, oh, that's a terrible ball by Trevor, and yeah, the receiver shouldn't have caught that. I thought every one of them, I'm putting my hand to my face thinking, oh my gosh, not again. Even on the one that was probably the harder of them, Parker Washington's, he's trying to help Parker there to slow him down so that he doesn't run into traffic. You know, everybody's talking about those hospital balls. Well, that's how you save a receiver. But then receiver, when the ball hits you in both of your hands, you got to make that catch. If the ball hits you in your hands where you can get 2 of them on it, that is a receiver issue, no longer a quarterback issue. And I've said, you know, through my career, I got to put a better ball on him so that he can make that catch. But I always knew, and my receivers were going to come to me and say, Dave, that's not your fault. That's my fault. Thank you for telling everybody that it was your fault, but it wasn't your fault. That is my fault. So any receiver, nowadays, it should be if you get one hand on it, you should be able to make the catch.
Those gloves, man.
Yes, but if you can get 2 hands on the ball, I don't care where it is, you should make that catch.
All right, there you go. Asked and answered. Let's get Jake and Mandarin up next. Hello, Jake.
Morning. How you doing, guys?
Good. What's up?
Well, I just, of course, the team played well and ups and downs, but they made it. But one thing I don't understand is why doesn't anybody make any good comments about the medical staff, the training staff? They're out there. They're getting the guys back in when they can. There's no recognition of that, and I think there should be.
You just gave them some recognition. There you go.
They did a great job of hustling on and off the field when they needed to. Getting guys ready to play.
I said yesterday on the game, on the broadcast, on the Jaguars radio network, that the Jags have been one of the healthiest teams in the league so far this year. I think they came into the week with 4 guys either on the PUP or the IR list. I think only maybe 1 or 2 teams had fewer.
Waiting to see what's going to happen with the Army. But
right. We'll see where that goes. So, I mean, you know.
I mean, it's a violent sport. So sometimes you get hit. Sometimes you get banged up. Sometimes you have soft tissue injuries. Like, it's not just because you have a great A+ training staff, that does not affect you when you're on the field running, getting hit, getting smacked. Now, the way they get you back out on the field, the way they tape you up, all those different things, yes, those are positives for the staff. But it's a tough game, man.
Staff's 2-1.
Yeah. In light of all the conversation we've had this morning about the drops they're dealing with right now, and it's coming from all over the place, right? It's coming from Brian Thomas Jr. Parker Washington's the one that probably surprises you more than any of them, right, to this point. Well, we don't know what's happening with Diami. So if Diami were to have to miss any time, and we don't know that that's going to be the case for Diami Brown. But if he were, I think a lot of people to start the season said, well, that's fine. Just pivot to Travis Hunter. right, would be the way that they would deal with it. When you look at the way that they've used Travis to this point in the season, and there have been times where I think his inability on offense, a couple times where yesterday they had to burn a timeout because he just couldn't get lined up, right? Like those kind of things are happening with him as a young player.
Yes.
He's playing both ways. So there's a lot going on in his head. So you can understand it. Is he the guy that you pivot to? At this point with everything else going on the roster?
Man, I've been trying to pivot to him since I saw him on his first catch, like give that little quick twitch and get another 4 yards. Like he's going to give that to you every time he gets his hands on the ball. The thing that I started thinking about yesterday after seeing him play more and more defense and play a lot of offense is it's going to be really hard in the NFL to be great at either side if you're splitting time both ways, because your mind can never just focus on this task, because I've always got to turn around and use the right side of my brain to be ready on defense. Like there are two completely different sides of the ball. Of course, everybody knows that, but I don't get to the sideline, listen, talk to my other receivers, talk to my quarterback, talk to my offensive coordinator so that I can be ready to go on the next drive with 100% of my abilities, because I'm not tired. I'm not burned out from just coming off of defense. I'm not mentally burned from defense because I just got maybe beat over top by a receiver or whatever it is. So that's where I'm starting to think this might be a little tougher to do at the NFL level because there's so much involved. And if I've got to start burning timeouts because you can't remember that you're supposed to be motioning on this play or lined up in this spot, like those are, maybe that happens in week 1, but that's not something that you can deal with throughout the season. Yes, he is a rookie. It's going to be tough for anybody in that situation, but still, we're trying to win games now, not trying to win games for next year.
Understand, and he is a rookie, though, and there are a lot of mental errors happening with this team, with veterans that have no excuse, right, to be in the league. So I would not want to single out Travis Hunter.
But if we are singling him out, that's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got to be better in that, but so do a host of other players on this team right now. Darren is up next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, guys. I want to try and keep my thoughts together for you, but I get so freaking excited. Man, I'm so happy this morning that we are making the changes. The mistakes that we've made, and we're still coming out with a couple of dubs. And, again, could be 3. And, by the way, that clown should be calling the Houston radio show because they're the ones that are 0-3. Maybe they should trade for Jameis Winston, number one. Also, David, I got a question for you. Evan Ingram was having a lot of drop season issues when he was here to begin with, and went to catching the tennis ball from a tennis machine. Just thought I'd hang up and listen and see what your thoughts are on the coach now, because he's got a lot of players across the board. It's not just one guy. It seems to be spreading like a bad disease. I'll hang up and listen, guys.
Yeah, I was saying it becomes contagious almost sometimes, and that's what it felt like yesterday watching it. Like, one guy seeing him drop it, so now they're thinking, well, I can't be the next guy to drop it, and then they drop it, like, oh shoot, now he's dropping it, so I'm not going to be the. And then so it is contagious at times. But yes, if you get with a sports psychologist, and this is not just to like work out your deepest, darkest thoughts, it is literally to help you focus more. And the tennis ball is one of those things, because I remember the last few seasons that I had a guy that I was working with, and he would bring the tennis ball out because it helps you to focus on a smaller target. So then when that big football comes, it's like catching a basketball,
Yeah,
So
I have seen them do a lot of tennis balls.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying, yes, the tennis ball thing is definitely a thing that you should do. Anything that you are doing to work your eyes and your brain on focusing intently on a small object, and then when you get to the football, it's just huge. It's like a beach ball almost.
All right. Thank you, Darren. One more before we hit the break. Marquise is in Philadelphia joining us now. Marquise, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Hey guys. Good morning, man. I've been paying attention to what's going on and everything, and I just want to speak on a few things. Like, I see a lot of people are coming down on Trevor Lawrence, and I feel like he did real good yesterday. I feel like he's been doing great all season. David Garrard, you was a quarterback in Jacksonville, a legend. Blake Bortles, a legend. And I feel like for you guys, it's frustrating to see drops. It's frustrating to not have like, the backup on the sidelines and stuff like that. I'm not saying Trevor's not getting any backup or nobody's not there for him, but I'm saying it's a lot on his shoulders. He's been here since 2022, 2021, and he's been through a lot. And there's no excuses for him, but I feel like guys need to just let up on him and just let him be the best player he can be. I feel like he's been playing very well. He's not going to get what you want to get out of him. I think everybody expected him to be Peyton Manning, and he's not Peyton Manning. He's Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? When David Garrard was here, I said he's not Mark Brunell or Byron Leftwich. He's David Garrard. Let him be David Garrard. Same thing went for Blake Bortles. I feel like our quarterbacks have been great, but I feel like they don't give our quarterbacks a chance in the city anymore, and I feel like we rush our quarterbacks to be great when we're in an organization that we got to go to heart. We got to be – I mean, it's like we coming from the bottom, man. We coming from the mud, and we don't get seen a lot. And when they do see us, they only see the bad things. But I've been seeing so much great from Trevor Lawrence, and it's like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. You guys can tell me.
All right, Marquise, we appreciate it. Trevor Lawrence supporter right there.
Quarterback is going to be based off their wins and losses.
And look, it is his 5th year.
Yeah.
Right? He's not a rookie. He's not in his 2nd year.
No.
Right? I mean, so to say that we expect so much so quickly, maybe in the first couple of years. But
now it's time. You got to show now.
And I get it. So he's changed another offense. Okay, a lot of quarterbacks change offenses. And sometimes it's that change that propels them to much greater heights, a la Baker Mayfield in this same offense last year under Liam Cohen.
I mean,
so
we're not – I don't think we're the ones bashing Trevor at all. And I know there's fans out there, but there's always going to be fans that, like I said, it comes down to win and losses because Jalen Hurts can not have the prettiest games, but doggone it if they just don't keep winning. And he finds a way. I'm going to I'm going to hit that guy on that 5-yard out. Now he's going to take it for 45 for me. Okay, now we're down here in the 10, and then I run the ball in. Like, that's great. Go win the game.
Yes, but if Trevor were 17-0 in his last 17 games that he started and finished like Hurts is, then I don't think we'd be hearing this.
But those 17 games, if you look at them, a bunch of them last year where you had your number one receiver reading books on the sideline.
I understand.
Jalen is out there. He's like, I don't care. But he can read a book. I am going to go win this game, and whatever I got to do to win it.
Jalen Hurts gets his own criticism.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
who cares?
In the end,
keep winning Super Bowls, and you'll see who cares.
If Trevor wins a Super Bowl, 99% of people are not going to care about anything and about the stats or whatever. And I think maybe it was Brian Sex. I forget who said it yesterday. Like, the end of the season, you have some close wins and close losses. You don't look back and go, oh, man, we should have lost that one. You're just like, hey, we got it. We won it. Move on to the next one. So that's what the Jags are doing.
Just win, baby.
Which is not the case or hasn't been the case all the time over the most recent 30 years? No, I mean,
it was a year and a half of that not happening.
It's been a while.
And it sure feels like it could. So let's enjoy it.
All right. Hour 2 coming up. If you want to get in, Marquise, thank you for the call. On the Checkmate Coatings phone lines, you can join us at 641-1010. This is Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, locally owned and operated. You got to love that because the locals care about what happens in Duval. The Thompson family created Dandy way back in 1956. I've talked about Dandy's products for over a decade. I personally enjoyed them as a customer for about 3 times that long. Dandy's the perfect go-to if you're in a hurry and you don't want the hassle of a long wait and you want some delicious food made with the highest quality ingredients. You can't go wrong. They're a great value compared to the drive-thru. Fast, fresh, always tasty, and waiting for you in the cold case at convenience stores all over town. As a matter of fact, right down the street from the stadium is Talleyrand Food Mart, carrying a great selection of Dandy sandwiches. Sam and Gus are the proprietors there. And you know what? Might be a nice celebratory meal for the home team who picked up the W yesterday. Go grab yourself a steakhouse burger. If you're hungry in Duval, do what I do, folks. Look for the guy with the little cane on the label. That's Dandy, and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. The atmosphere of a college football Saturday is electric.
Get pregame news and notes you need to know before the games begin.
It's the Bueller Aaron Plumbing College Kickoff.
Served up by Sonny's Barbecue.
Friday night at 6 on 1010XL.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Frank Frangie for Lee & Kate's Glass. Still family-owned and in business for 100 years. When they say you're going to see a big difference, that's for everything. Custom showers and spas, tabletops, mirrors, even replacing foggy windows, all at a more affordable price. And with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed, Lee & Kate's Glass is your best choice. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
With Lee & Kate's Glass, you're going to see a big difference.
Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Jaguars Today.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
It's the start of our favorite season in Jacksonville, football season. Let's get hyped and let's get the home in tip-top shape and let's get that house zero-resified. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, hardwood, they'll take care of you. Call the folks at Zero Res right now, 287-5727. Ask for the 1010XL special. Get your 3 rooms of carpet cleaned at $139 plus a 4th room free. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The Jacksonville Jaguars now move to 2-1 after beating divisional opponent Houston Texans. They now will set their sights to Northern California in a showdown with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida State Seminoles will play 17 home games, including ACC contests against Duke, NC State, Wake Forest, and Miami, as the Seminoles have released their entire 2025-2026 men's basketball schedule. Right now, 83 degrees at 11:03. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Deep in Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, this on the text line is on by Lifetime Enclosures. I don't know if it was brought up in the postgame or on the show. It hasn't been brought up on the show. But I realized that Travis Hunter changed from a gold arm sleeve to a black one at some point. I wonder if it made the Texans able to identify him easily, and that's why he switched to black. I didn't notice this, right? He comes out in the gold, which I thought looked badass.
I thought the gold was awesome.
Right. I thought the gold looked really good.
Even my wife was like, look at the gold. I love it.
Then he was in more of just a nondescript black sleeve.
I didn't notice that.
I'm guessing the league made him change. Yeah. I'm guessing,
the fact that we've never seen the gold before.
Right.
Yeah.
And is gold considered one of your primary colors? Teal and black are the Jags. So it's like, there's only
they
a
get touchy about that stuff.
They are so touchy about that, but they want that uniformity, hence the word uniform. But they do want that uniformity of look. And they make such a big deal. Hey, one day a year we let them wear whatever they want on their shoes, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's great.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who's the gold arm sleeve hurting? Probably nobody.
Yeah, it's the color of our team. He
It's
didn't
one
have
of them
on
for sure,
bright
right? Look at
neon.
these Victory Monday shirts, right? They're gold primarily.
No, you need to take those off, guys.
This
much
one's
gold.
going in the trash. 'Cause apparently that's what you do, Tony. You throw it in the trash.
I didn't throw it in the trash. I gave it to a person that needed a shirt on the street.
Oh, is that what you did?
That's what I did.
You gave it.
It was a Victory Monday for
This
him.
has changed now from I threw it away to I gave it to a person on the street.
He said he was a big Jaguars fan. I said, you deserve this shirt, buddy.
I think this is an appropriate moment for stop the cap, as the kids say.
I think they don't say that anymore. It's old already now.
All right, let's go to Mac up in Delaware joining us next here on Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday. Good morning, Mac.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking the call. First of all, I want to say I was really upset last week about the loss. But I thought Travis Hunter did knock that ball away. But what can you say about it? I want to say that this team is physical, and I really like the physicality. Defensive line looks smooth, and they are getting after people. My thing is, I want to ask you guys, do you like the physicality? And I want to say that I got to give a shout out to my man, Devin Lloyd. He looks good. I mean, it's like so this, during preseason and everything, but now he's playing great. And thank you guys for letting me making this call. And I'll talk
No
to you,
problem.
so take it off the air.
Yes.
Go ahead. What do you make of the physical play?
Physical play, all of it. And I think with Lloyd, the way he's out there running around making these plays is just adding to that physical play, because he looks like a monster out there. And then when he comes up and hits you, he makes sure you're down. And the way that he's getting his hands on the ball, man, I mean, that's what we've needed here, because we haven't had any defensive players that we can say, gosh, they are just always around the ball. But he's starting to do that. So if he can continue that, it's going to help everybody out, because look what happened at Campbell. I mean, he had that ball thrown over his head. I'm sure he felt like crap, because why are you up there? It wasn't even a great double move route, but he just stayed there, and Collins is wide open down the field.
He got the wrong call. Something in his
had to
head,
happen.
something
yeah,
went wrong.
because he didn't even run and chase him. But when he was there, Collins made that catch. He got his hands in there, y'all, and took that ball out of his hand. It's just beautiful. But when you have drops, that's contagious, and also getting turnovers, that's contagious. So big ups to Lloyd. Keep going. Keep doing your thing, man. He's not had the best career here to this date, but he's turning that around now.
Now he's off to a good start, it seems like. Has Emmanuel Ogbah played this year?
It's hard to know.
Right? Like, I'm looking at not a peek at the box score reveals anything for him here. I'm just wondering if one of the rookie undrafted free agent edges get an opportunity sooner rather
I would
than
expect
later.
soon.
You would think.
With what they're getting from Ogbah, and looking at what they're getting from Hines Owen and Walker right now, virtually every snap that they're on the field together, one or the other or both of them win. Right? Like, that's the kind of ball that they're playing this year. We talked about it during a break earlier in the show, Dave. I have no idea what Ryan Nielsen was doing with the whole defense last year. He had these guys getting big and slow. He didn't have anybody in a position to win, like virtually ever. They were unwilling to blitz, it felt like, for most of the season. And this year they're coming in, and Coach Camp is putting a bunch of guys in a lot of positions to succeed. And, they're pretty good players look like good players again, and their really good players look like great players here in 2025. I can't believe how much they held back everybody on that side of the ball last season.
Jordan Lewis, great pickup. You talk about somebody being everywhere, doing all kinds of things. This dude is he's just a ball-playing Jesse, like my old coach used to say. He can get after it. He's not afraid to come up and hit. He will find the ball. I just love it. Everything about the defense, and it starts with those guys up front. The way that Trayvon, the way that Josh Hines is getting pressure, y'all see it. I told you don't always have to get sacks. Just make the quarterback uncomfortable, and they'll throw it to you, or they'll just have piss poor plays. Like, that's what we need, and those guys are delivering.
All right, fan cam before we go to the break here. Cam, you're up next. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Happy Victory Monday. Boy, that's right on, FT. Exactly. I ditto to what you just said. The defense is a whole new can of worms compared to what we've had the last couple of years. I think the biggest play for me was when Trevor, trying to get a first down, put his head down, not sure if he got it, broke a tackle, took on two guys with his head, and I think that might have sent a message to the whole offense that, hey, let's get our head out of our butt and start making plays. And sure enough, right afterward, Brian Thomas came out of his funk. So let's hope that was a turning point. You guys have a great Victory Monday.
All right, thank you, Cam. You know what? Hold your thoughts on that, because we had a text I was actually going to get to next. He said, I'd like to hear David's thoughts on the big third down scramble. Thought it was a huge moment, not much mention. We have not talked about it much this morning, that's for sure. So let's get to that when we come back. On the other side, this is Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday. Your calls welcome, as always, on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines at 641-1010 on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. Yeah, you know what? The time to check your roof is when the weather is beautiful. If you wait until the rainy season, man, you can absolutely find yourself in a mess. If your roof has damage, if it leaks, if it's just plain worn out, go to Apex. Don't wait. They're local, dependable. They're going to show up on time with the highest quality materials and ironclad warranties. And 100% financing fully available at Apex Roofing and Contracting. Again, in Jacksonville Beach and online at apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Check in Tuesdays for Jeff Lageman and Check the Tape Tuesday.
We'll keep you up to date with the latest and NFL news.
Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
It's a Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,600 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage solutions for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. But only until September 30th. 18 months financing is available. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner with honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. No, you see, you get $150 in bonus bets after your first $5 bet hits.
Did somebody say hit?
Whoa, Ray Lewis? We were just saying if your bet hits.
Huh. You know I love a good form tackle.
We know, Ray. We know. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Start your week off with today's restaurant of the day, Flame Broiler. Try their new chicken avocado salad bowl at $10.99. Fuel your day with Flame Broiler's protein-packed bowls served at 5 locations, including the newest at 103rd Street.
Kuhn Flowers announces their home holiday decorating team is now taking orders for the holiday season. This is RJ with 1010XL. No more hassling with tree buying, untangling, and hanging burned out lights. Call on Kuhn Flowers. They do it all.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
I will get your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence's scramble, Dave, but let me set things up for you here with today's 10-10 take.
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take is serviced by Ideal Conditions Heating and Air, your go-to local HVAC company, veteran owned and operated.
I think that the whole discourse around Trevor Lawrence, you got to not pay too much attention to the loudest voices because they're on either end, right? You got the ones who call up and they're like, hey, man, why doesn't anyone give Trevor any credit? We do give Trevor credit. I feel like we give him appropriate credit. At the same time, he gets blamed when he doesn't do things right. And so it's okay to acknowledge that he's not a finished product and that he may never reach the heights of a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson or you name the quarterback you want to name at the top of the league right now. But, you know, and he did have a lot of drops yesterday. Did he make some bad throws? Sure. He missed De'Ami Brown on what could have been a long touchdown. Put that on him, and who knows, maybe that's a laugher at the end. But he did make the plays down the stretch, Dave. He did make the third down scramble. He did check out of the run play to the pass to Brian Thomas, and he executed it. So, look, in the end, I think if you're looking for the perfect, quote, generational quarterback after he was deemed a generational prospect, you're probably never going to get it. Mm-hmm. He's just not going to be that guy. But at the same time, you know, I think there's a group of people, and I don't know how big that group is, that don't want to give him credit for much of anything. And they'll take one flaw in a game. And I'm not saying yesterday is specifically, but he can go 19 out of 20, and there's a certain segment that'll harp on that one.
Yeah.
You know, but just the position that he helped put him in. That's a big 3rd and 6, man. I mean, you had to smile inwardly there. I know you've been calling for Trevor to use his legs when appropriate.
I'm glad you said that because I have been. I've told you guys before, the chances of scoring go up, you know, astronomically when a quarterback scrambles. And if they scramble twice for a first down, then, like, you're almost guaranteed to score a touchdown or at least get points. So when we got to that situation, I just thought, okay, Trev, here's your opportunity. You know, you got the ball, you got time, we need you to go score. And to have that, get into that situation, get the third down, and we need this play, and you go get it, like, that's huge. That's huge for himself, his own psyche. It's huge for his team, fans, everybody to see that he is willing to put his body on the line to go get that first down because he had to. It wasn't I get to get up there and slide. I got to go I got to run behind my pads. I got to go play big boy football. He did. And then after that, checked out of a play, got to another play, and got the ball to Brian Thomas. Like, those are the moments we're trying to see from Trevor, because you can be a dollar bill one moment, but then you can be $1 million the next. And that's what everybody is looking to see. So if your receivers kind of struggled for you throughout the game, they weren't catching the ball and threw interception, all those kind of things. But when it mattered, he stepped up and he made the plays and then said, all right, defense, it's your turn. And then they did it. That's how you start to build a real football team.
All right, somebody wrote a small book here on the text line. Not trying to be Debbie Downer, I'll take the ugly win. Basically what they're saying is, what if we didn't get this? What would you be saying today if we had lost this game? What would you be saying about the same plays that they made? Well, we'd be saying that they didn't overcome their mistakes.
Yeah.
But today we're saying they did. Okay, that yes, we acknowledge that they weren't perfect. Yes, who's saying that? I don't know what you're hearing. But are we happy to beat the Texans? We've been on the other end of it way too many times where we try to say, you know what? We outplayed that team. Somehow we ended up with less points on the scoreboard. Who cares? Let the Texans say anything they want today because it doesn't matter. They lost. That's it's
all
binary
that matters.
league.
Yes.
You win or you lose.
That's all that matters.
They won.
All that matters.
And that doesn't mean they're perfect, but they won, and that the coaches can work on that. And on Victory Monday, I'm not going to feel bad about anything for the most part. You know, I'm going to acknowledge, the drops suck. Guess what? They had 6 drops, and they still won.
Yeah.
They beat
Some of the takes
Houston.
just get wild at times. Yeah, but what if they lost?
What if they didn't? What if they didn't catch but they did.
I mean,
they
that's
won.
it.
So they won.
Every game, every year, you can say that.
What would we say? Go listen to all the shows we did last year.
Maybe we got to block 2 field goals to win the game. Maybe that's how we should win the game.
I mean, look, I know how it is.
What ifs are for the 0-3 Houston Texans.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not you this year.
Right.
It's been you before.
Yes.
It's not you this year. Why are you holding on to that?
That's for everyone who loses.
Right.
We could have done this. Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do this? And you know what? We can say those things, but
those are the things you get corrected.
Plays to overcome them. And did the defense step up and help the offense? Absolutely. The defense didn't step up last week when they allowed Jake Browning. You saw Jake Browning yesterday, I hope, right? The defense let him throw in 2.5 quarters for 241.
Yep.
Yeah. So it goes back and forth. It's a team game. The Jaguars won yesterday.
I feel like everybody's there's certain fans that are kind of waiting for the downfall. They're just waiting for, here we go again.
They're scared to embrace it.
Yeah.
It's that, or
potential.
There's also some that expected or predicted it to be a certain way, so they have to, fit it to their narrative.
Make it fit their narrative.
Well, yeah, but I told you that this wasn't going to be any good.
You just wait and see.
Whatever,
it's going to come.
You don't have to enjoy 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy 2-1, right? And recognize that it, even with the shortcomings last week, should be 3-0 if they call the pass interference play. If they don't call the pass interference play.
I was reflecting on that again, the potential of them being 3-0. And I look back on that game against the Bengals last week. The Bengals had one way to win the game, right? Like, they had one way to win the game. It happened to, the dice hit that number, right, for them last week. The Jags had 5 or 6 different ways to win that game, right? And it was a bunch of different things as we talked about all week. They didn't come through on any one of those. And some of them were beyond their control. The PI is beyond their control, that kind of thing. Diami dropped the ball. Like, we went through all that stuff last week, but they had so many different ways to win the game. They had so many different ways to lose the game yesterday. They won.
Yeah.
Right? A week after doing what we all saw, we saw it happen against the Bengals. That felt like same old Jags. Yesterday did not. And in a series against a team that has had your number more than any other in recent history, right? Like, it's been weird things have happened in that building against that team. David, you were on the right side of one of the only good moments in the rivalry.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that Hail Mary is the only weird thing that's ever gone the Jaguars' way in this entire rivalry in the last 15 or 20 years. They made it happen yesterday in a big moment to get themselves to 2-1, one game behind Indianapolis in the AFC South. They've made it a 2-team race in the division for a crown is what it appears to be this year, because you put the team that was supposed to be the favorite, they're 0-3. They're a sinking ship, and you sunk the boat. Celebrate it.
In the division, baby.
Yeah.
It's leaking.
Yes.
It's leaking. It's good.
He's leaking.
I don't think they're out of it yet. But you put a big dent in their statistical chances. Let me get Brian in East Arlington next up. Hello, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up?
You know, I'm sure you guys have kept up with this over the years, but who is Trevor always compared to more than any other quarterback out there?
Who?
If you read online and things, that would be one Daniel Jones. And if you look at what Daniel Jones is doing now, because the whole thing was like, oh, well, look at how he's playing compared to how bad he is.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And, you know, Trevor definitely has to play better because, I mean, there's just some issues out there that just that pass yesterday was, oh, man, that interception. But, you know, when you look at that, it's like, when will Trevor step back up to that elite level? Because he was at that level late in that playoff run, you know, but can he get back to that level again? He's definitely good enough to get us to a championship. I mean, we almost went with Blake Bortles. I mean, I know Trevor's better than Blake, that's for sure. But, I mean, right now the numbers are just kind of they don't say he is, but I don't know. Anything's possible after seeing what Daniel Jones has done. So.
I appreciate it, Brian. And I see what he's saying. Like, that wasn't coming up. He wasn't compared stylistically. People compare their stats side by side, right? And I get it. And, yeah, Daniel Jones, he's terrible, right?
You're not trying to be compared to the
if
old
there was
Daniel
an MVP
Jones.
award today,
It's
Daniel
right
Jones
there,
might be your MVP of the league after 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
So, you know, look.
They've punted it once in 3 weeks.
Yeah, which is first time, since
1940, I think.
Oh, my gosh.
That a team has
That's
only
crazy.
had one punt in 3 weeks. But look, Trevor is who he is, man. He's flawed, but he's also supremely talented. And, you know, when he plays his best, it's fun to watch. It's frustrating when he doesn't do it more consistently. And guess what? We're probably going to have this conversation again.
It doesn't help when you have these drops, too. It doesn't help you at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, yes, who's the perfect quarterback? I mean, you could point to, Mahomes, pretty good. He's 1-2 right now, right? Because
and he
weapons
struggled last
aren't
night.
there.
Gosh almighty.
Right. I mean, like, so, and I'm not saying Mahomes has earned his status, right? But most guys are chasing that status.
Yeah.
They're not on that level, you know? Joe Burrow's fantastic, right? Can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Right? And got him to a Super Bowl. Didn't win it. I get it. That's not your fault. That's the offensive line. Whatever. Didn't win it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stay healthy. I mean, so everyone's got their own flaws.
Yeah.
And hopefully Trevor will continue to lessen his as he moves forward throughout his career. Let's get to Gary out at the beaches. Gary, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. I got just a couple comments. I want to talk about Josh Hines-Allen. What a game. I mean, what an amazing game. He, whoever that guy for Houston was, he was up against, looked like he was twice as big as him, and he just kept him back in the backfield all day. And I also want to say one more great comment about Josh Allen. His son is now cancer-free. I saw that on TV yesterday, and I am extremely ecstatic for him and his family. And I think that's a big push for him as well. It took a lot of weight off his shoulders, and he's putting it on the offense now. So that's my comments, guys. Go Jags.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Go Jags indeed. And, yeah, good for Josh Hines-Allen. Always good to, you know, you never want to see any kid dealing with that. But, you know, Josh has been one of the guys that's embraced Duval from the start, you know, and hopefully he can be a career Jag or as close to that.
Yeah.
You know, what it becomes. I consider Smoot a career Jag, even though he spent that year in the wilderness in Buffalo, you know.
He's great, too.
Let me get Dennis at Mayport before we hit the break. Dennis, you're next on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Morning, fellas. What a win and a hot one yesterday. I plead with you, fans, calm down. This is different. This is new. A winning organization goes beyond the 53 on the grass. It's the GM, it's the coaching staff, it's the whole front office. I think everybody's on board for change, and I love it. I hope to see Trevor not throw it 40 times next weekend. I don't think he's that quarterback for us, but if you can keep it to 25 to 30 and pound a rock for 150 on the ground, we'll be in a good spot moving forward. I wanted to know if you guys think Liam's going to adjust his play calling as we progress through the season here.
Quite frankly, I'm shocked that they ran it 6 times in the first half yesterday. I mean, 6 times? Like, this is a team. You saw Tampa run it down their throat on Monday Night Football. You know they've got an outstanding pass rush. you're leading the league in rushing. And I get they were stuffing ETN.
I was going to say they weren't getting anything with it.
They weren't, but Tootin.
But usually stick with it, yeah.
Tootin usually gives you a little
Something,
forward movement. I mean, so, yeah, I was surprised at the run-pass balance. I feel like they've been more aggressive throwing the ball. And I understand that they led the league in rushing for 2 games, but, like, I thought they came out in the opener against Carolina. It was like throw. And so will he adjust his play calling? I think he'll adjust it on a week-by-week basis, whatever he thinks is going to be the game plan for that week to score more points than the other team. I'm not trying to be facetious about that. Yeah. Like, I really feel like we're not just going to say, hey, we're going to run it. If the circumstance calls for, you got an injured secondary, whatever, that he's going to attack them. I
think from a play calling perspective, he probably looks at every screen he calls as a run. Right, and that affects how he feels like the balance is within the game, of how they're doing those kinds of things. I also think there was some side of the Houston defensive game plan yesterday because of the way they've gotten beat those other couple weeks against the run. Well, they were also playing offenses that they felt like in the past game scared them more, right? Like they were playing more established quarterbacks with receivers that weren't dropping every other on-target pass. So I think they went into the game saying, we're not letting the run be the reason we lose today. That is not what this is going to be. If they put it all together in the pass game for a week, tip the cap. That's what that game plan felt like to me. I don't think the opportunity was going to be there to run it as much as we thought they might be able to because of the Houston game plan this week.
All right, we'll come back. More of your reaction on a Victory Monday as the Jags improved to 2-1. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Been telling you about their outstanding service department, and it is elite. But did you know that they have Ford Mobile Service that comes to you at home or at work? Imagine you're at work, they take care of your oil change, your filters, your battery replacement. No extra fees, same dealership quality delivered to you. And right now, Ford dealers from around the globe are joining forces to host food donations and drives for collecting essential items to fight hunger and meet critical local needs. You can drop off food items from now until September 25th at Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue, feeding Northeast Florida. That's Duval Ford.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
Childhood cancer does not discriminate, and 43 children are diagnosed every day in the United States. This is Tom Coughlin, and the J Fund needs your help year-round. Find out how you can help the J Fund by visiting tcjfund.org.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Jaguars Today.
It's a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
I love my propane company. They always answer when I call and give me great prices and fast service. Said no one ever.
Until now. Need propane for your home or business? Seabreeze Propane is bringing the propane as North Florida's new local propane provider. Visit SeabreezeLP.com. Seabreeze Propane. We make propane cool, brother. Oh, yeah.
Helmets and Heels is returning to Vegas. If you're heading out for the big game, join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for a Halloween weekend football getaway, featuring Circa room discounts and a huddle up for everyone in the teal and black. Meet Helmets and Heels Friday night, October 31st, then hit the Circa Stadium Swim with temperature-controlled pools and a massive betting screen. For Circa room discounts and more information, visit the 1010XL webpage or circalasvegas.com/huddleup-up.
Jacksonville was built on specialists. Now the Special Teams Player of the Week, sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipeline.
Logan Cook fried the opposition while in the Sunshine State. The former 7th-round pick recorded 6 punts in the team's win versus the Texans, with his longest going for 60 yards. The Chef served up a fine display of punting and will look to continue to do so all year. And he's your Superior Plumbing and Pipelining Special Teams Player of the Game.
Fall is here. The air is crisp, football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
With the game on the line and a shot to close it out, the teal and black defense wouldn't allow the chance to slip through their fingers. In the fourth quarter, Antonio Johnson would grab the game-winning interception from C.J. Stroud, giving Jacksonville a 17-10 victory with 27 seconds left in regulation. The Johnson interception is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, a couple here on the text line. One going in on Travis Etienne. Congrats to him being the number 3 all-time leader in rushing yards. But can we please stop running him up the middle every time? It's a wasted play for no gain. Except when he busts it for 71 yards, which was a run up the middle in week 1 that he cut it to the outside. But that was a run right up the middle. And I get it. It is frustrating because I'm being a little facetious. I tend to agree with it. Like the Etienne between the tackles, a lot of jump cutting, there's not a lot of, I can put my shoulder down and move this pile a couple of yards, I think Basil's much more
he is,
to that.
Exactly. But they also know that Etienne can bust off one for 71 yards too.
Exactly.
So, and that's, you call those because you got to call them. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay with the game plan because you've got stuff off of those calls. And if you never run it there, then as soon as you try to do the play action with that call, they don't buy it. They don't believe it. So that's why you got to stay with it and make those guys still commit to tackling the back in the middle.
All right. Mike citing wins as a QB stat is peak radio rage bait. That's what I'm doing here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I can acknowledge that if the team wins, then everybody gets a pass to some degree. Like, not a you still have to correct your mistakes, but you overcame them. And you won the game. If Houston had won that game yesterday, you think they'd be going on about C.J. Stroud's stats?
No.
Or they'd be like, hey, you know what? We nutted up on the road against a divisional opponent.
Played our worst game and still won.
Played bad and still won. And look at us. And that's just life in the big leagues, man.
Wins and losses isn't more directly tied to anyone than it is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's just the reality of life.
They do touch the ball on literally
every play.
And
every
so if
offensive
you're
play.
still getting upset that it gets brought up every now and then, like the quarterback gets tied to the record of the football team they're the quarterback for, then I don't know why you watch football, because the conversation about football will never be where you want it to be.
Maybe you need better control of your emotions. If I can rage bait you that easily by making a simple statement right there. All right, Tony Smith taking us around the NFL.
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Indianapolis is signing free agent cornerback Mike Hilton. Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb left their loss yesterday and was unable to return due to an ankle injury. He said after the game in the locker room that he absolutely feels like he'll be able to play next week, but time will tell on that. Los Angeles Chargers running back Najee Harris suffered what his head coach Jim Harbaugh said after the game is believed to be an Achilles injury. He'll be getting further testing done today to confirm that. San Francisco defensive end Nick Bosa will be getting further tests done today for a knee injury that forced him out of their win yesterday. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said that the initial test indicated that it was not an ACL injury, but that could change with the tests that he'll get done today. His availability for the Jaguars game in San Francisco in Week 4 obviously up in the air right now. Tampa Bay wide receiver Mike Evans suffered a hamstring injury. Washington wide receiver Terry McLaurin suffered a quad injury, and Arizona running back James Conner was forced out of their game yesterday with an ankle injury that will require surgery reportedly, which will end his 2025 season.
All right, Tony. Look, I'll say it. Nick Bosa is out this week. Good for the Jags.
Yeah.
And I know there's a segment of people, don't you want to beat them at their best? If they want to forfeit the game and we don't even have to go, I'll take that today. All right? I just want the W. I want the W and to be as healthy as possible coming out of it. And, yes, I'd love for us to play at peak efficiency and win 38-0 on top of that.
I think my answer to that has now become, I don't even know what the injury report was for the Super Bowl. Who cares? All I know is who won the game.
Right.
I don't know who was hurt.
Who was missing, who wasn't missing.
It doesn't matter. You get the ring.
Yep, I'm with you. Get the win. Let's get Hayden in St. Augustine next up. Hello, Hayden.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
I got a couple thoughts, a couple general things. Number one, good teams win ugly games. And I'll tell you, I was there. And when we throw that interception and then they busted coverage, past couple of years we would have tucked our tails between our legs and we wouldn't have won that ball game. And so that's just a really encouraging sign as a fan just to see us go out and win an ugly game, because I couldn't tell you the last time we did that. So that's a really encouraging sign. Defense absolutely lights out. Shout out to Devin Lloyd, man. Super nice guy. I've met him a couple times. He actually came and talked to my kids up at Sandalwood when I was coaching basketball up there and brought them all Bibles from his church. Awesome dude, and he's playing lights out, so shout out to him. Trevor's going to be all right, and I got to be honest with y'all. I wasn't so sure about the whole Liam Cohen thing when they first hired him. I wanted Ben Johnson real bad. I was real disappointed. I'm starting to become a little bit of a believer. I think this guy's going to be all right. And come on, David. We get our haircut at the same place, man, and the shirt situation. Come on, man. We got to be better than that.
Thank you.
All right, let me see you around there.
Look, that everybody needs to be a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
But it's week 3, and you're 2-1, and I'd rather be 2-1 saying we need to be better than be 0-3 saying, man, we could be whatever, but we're not. Well, we could be 3-0.
Fun, yeah.
I think the Jags
This is not the
played well
time
enough
you're
to be
trying to
3-0.
peak. You're not trying to peak at this time, but you're trying to make sure you get the wins stacked up so when you do peak, they all
And
matter.
we're not trying to ignore the flaws. There are flaws, right? I mean, yes, Trevor missed throws, receivers dropped balls, too many penalties,
And
on
missed
and
the
on
penalties,
and on.
y'all
I mean,
are
Tyson
killing
Campbell,
me.
what was Tyson Campbell thinking on that touchdown
Who
to Nico
knows?
Collins? I don't know.
Who knows?
But he came back and he made plays.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, he made
That's
made
what you gotta see
He made
right
the
there.
strip that led to the Lloyd recovery. He broke up another pass. He tackled well.
He messed up that play. The dude scored on a bomb. He could have just been a player that said, okay, I've just got to make these tackles now. So he caught it. Let me just make the tackle. No, I'm going there scraping at the ball. I'm trying to get this ball up because that's what I do. I'm a ball hawk, and I'm going to make this play. That's what you want to see from your team. Those kind of things, man.
All right, final thoughts coming up on the other side, including a few more of your calls. If you want to hang on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines, we'll take you to the top of the hour and welcome at XL Primetime. You're listening to Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008 with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Chip Davis, director of the Flounder Pounder Fishing Tournament. We are fast approaching our 16th annual tournament benefiting the Jacksonville School for Autism. With the help of our amazing community, we raised over $1.4 million the last 15 years. This year's tournament will be held at Palm Valley Outdoors on the Intercoastal Waterway. Captain's meeting is Thursday night, October 9th, and the tournament is Saturday, October 11th. I'm inviting you and your family to come out and enjoy our tournament festivities, raise some money, and support autism awareness. Special thanks to U.S. Army Recruitment Jacks for their support. Flounder Pounder for Autism 2025. See you there.
Pizza to tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Come on, somebody.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Enjoy barbecue, live music, and auctions at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida's 4th annual Sizzlin' Soiree, presented by Dunkin' Donuts, October 2nd at the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine. Get tickets at bgcnf.org.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, sometimes what you hear on Victory Monday doesn't reflect the overall. I mean, because, you know, it's a limited number of people sounding off. I would say that 90+% of the feedback we're getting on social media this morning is basically like, damn, we won an ugly game? Good for us.
Yep.
We always lose those games. We always find a way to lose that game.
Always.
And, bro, don't think I didn't have some deep, dark moments of the soul in the fourth quarter there as that touchdown goes, and now they're driving the ball before Tyson strips it out. And I'm like,
because that was a nice 5-yard catch, and you're like, oh, now he's going to get 5 more.
We felt like we, at times, dominated Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And ended up giving up all those points. I felt like the defense dominated yesterday with the exception of one play. But they continued to make plays.
Yep.
Continued to make plays. So, again, the overall mood is, hey, whatever it takes, get the W, move on to the next one. Doesn't mean there aren't correctable situations, obviously. Mac on the north side going to get in before the wire. Mac, what's up? Mac. All right, maybe he's not there.
Mary Mac.
Regina, hello. Duval. Hello, Regina.
Get it left in. Hi. And yes, sweet Victory Monday. A couple things. Inattention to details, what penalties, the drop passes. So I'm hoping the coaches and the players can finally get the attention to details. The devil's in the details. Number 2, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Al Shahir that ran into De'Ami Brown. Dirty.
Whoa. How was that dirty?
The way when you looked at the replay, I was at home. The replay, it seemed like he was almost helmet to helmet, that close. So I think his helmet went into the shoulder,
which is perfectly legal.
Okay, but I'm glad that they smacked him back because he was like a gorilla. He was pounding his chest.
Well, that's guys get excited, Regina.
Yeah.
They're
excited. Okay,
I'm glad.
Right.
Look, we don't have any love lost for Azeez Al-Shaair. Yeah. All right, don't get me wrong, but I didn't think that was a dirty play that De'Ami got hurt on. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope that he's not out for the next 3 months
for sure.
Yeah. The other thing is, did you see that Carolina blanked the Falcons?
Yes.
So the last, I hope that DTJ got the monkey off his back, and the Jaguars now can win at home. We can see that. The monkey on their back is winning away. And go Jags.
All right. Thank you, Regina. Go Jags indeed.
It's going to be put to the test this week.
It's fun. The NFL's such a week-to-week league.
It is.
You know what I mean? Carolina was dominant yesterday.
Packers.
Right. The Packers lose to Cleveland. It's like, you can't draw conclusions from other people's results generally.
No.
And what that means for your team. We beat Carolina pretty handily. So we should beat Atlanta by 40?
Yeah, right.
It doesn't work like that, right? It just it just doesn't. And every game starts fresh. And you're right. How does Green Bay lose that game?
I don't know.
Cleveland hasn't scored a point. There's 4 minutes left in the game, and few mistakes, and that just goes to show you. And I didn't watch that game, and I saw a highlight or two along the way, but. You got to put teams away when you have the opportunity, and that's the thing. The Jags, for as much as they felt like they were the better team on the field with the eyeball test, hadn't put Houston away until very late in that game.
They were driving.
But they did, finally.
And we made the play.
All right, let's say hello to XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Big Sirs.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hello.
What's up,
Sirs?
You're doubly happy today.
Absolutely, bro. I got a little bounce. I'm like Tigger. I got a little bounce in my step.
Why not?
Yes.
Miami wins against Florida, but most importantly,
Jags find a way.
On top against Houston. Ugly, but beautiful, right? The result is beautiful. There's some. It's. You don't have to be pretty along the way. You got to clean up things, but can we all agree to be happy when they get a win?
Yes, bro. Yeah. Listen, I've had my share of ugly games, but when you look at the standings, if you got a dub by it, then you clean it up in practice. You clean it up in the film room. But in this league, it's so hard to win football games.
You didn't look at all those wins and say, we barely won.
There you go. No. There's no barely. There's no barely category.
No barely.
It's dubs and losses.
That's right. It's not point differential or anything like that. So the Jags get a win and move on. So I imagine you're reflecting on that and the weekend in college football today.
How about them Canes, baby?
How about them Canes?
How about it? We're going to see y'all. You know what? I'm rooting for y'all Friday because I want undefeated Miami.
You don't want it to look so bad when you lose?
No. I want it to look good when we win. Listen, I take a great deal of pleasure in beating y'all when y'all good. When we used to beat you down when you were bad, I didn't enjoy that. Not as
likewise.
Much. Not as much.
Likewise.
Yeah, because we were bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, when I was there, but I'm saying
when you were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
40, 50 years ago.
It's all good, man. I think we'll handle our business with Virginia.
You were there. You watched.
Yeah.
You were a fan. You saying 40, 50 years ago. You were there.
I did beat y'all one time.
Not me. I wasn't there.
Oh,
yeah, you weren't there.
Whoa,
yeah, you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Retiring from the league.
So that's the disclaimer.
Sir, save it for the Gators on your show.
You got it, baby.
Vegas. You can get after me in a couple weeks, potentially. We'll see you, buddy. Have a good show.
All right, bro.
Thank you very much. Leon seriously should be very happy, right? He gets the double victory weekend, DG. So
yes,
on
sir.
we go to San Francisco.
Can't wait.
You'll be back with us next Monday. But
yes.
Just how you feel today, what kind of chance you give the Jags to go on the West Coast and win in San Fran for the first time?
I give them a great chance because there's nothing that I've seen from San Fran that, kind of scares me at all. They used to have so many weapons, but now, they're just a good, solid team. And hopefully if Brock is back, we can send him back out.
There you go.
To pasture.
Right. I mean, look, they're finding ways to win.
Yeah.
So good for them. And,
I'm
they're
sure
hanging
they're not
on.
complaining about it.
They're not full strength right now, but they're not going to be full strength this weekend coming up. We may not be either. So,
yeah, we'll see.
Best of luck to all the banged up Jacksonville Jaguars getting
Get
back
healthy,
out there.
boys.
But for one day, let's all celebrate Victory Monday. Jags beat the hated Texans and sent them to 0-3. Jags are now 2-1. For Tony Smith, David Gordon, Dylan Denmark, I'm Mike Dempsey. Hope you enjoyed Victory Monday. Jeff Logan will be in to check the tape with us tomorrow right here on 1010XL and 92.